We're going to evaluate how it goes this week during practice and in the game. But we like the production he's had on special teams, and I think he can help us there, certainly, and we'll kind of take it from there.
Do you have an update on Andy Lee at all? I know he's signed up for another practice squad, obviously.
He won't practice today. Outside of that, we'll take it slow, and we thought Ryan did a nice job in preseason and wanted to get him back just in case.
Is it still a flexor, or is there?
It is. Same thing.
How worried are you about the fact that no one has been sacked more than Kyler this season after 3 games?
I'm not, honestly. That's part of the process and being a rookie. And we understand in those 3 games we've had to drop back and throw it a lot more than we want to and anticipate doing. But all of these are learning experiences, and he understands that. We have to do a better job of getting rid of the football and not taking those negative plays, but that comes with time.
Even if some of those you can kind of put into context of being down and all of that, how is it weighing on Kyler just getting hit again and again when he has said he doesn't like that?
If you look at it, they haven't been of the violent variety, if you will. I mean, there's some things where he's going down in the pocket, they're getting a hand on him here and there. So, once again, he's got to learn to, when the party's over, get rid of it. And you appreciate the fact he wants to make every play and bring us back, but there's no 21-point touchdown passes, and it's just a learning curve that we're going through.
There's been a lot of comparisons, obviously, with Kyler and Russell Wilson. Do you, as a coach, use any film of Russell to show Kyler, or do you stay away from that?
I stay away from it. He watches enough on his own to see what those guys are about, and I think anybody can learn from Russell Wilson, the work ethic and the way he carries himself, the professionalism, and that's easy to see. And you can see from Russell's early years the development, kind of the same issues of when to get rid of the football and knowing the party's over and not trying to do it all on every play.
It's a big year for DJ Humphries, and it looked like times Sunday he struggled. But overall, how has he played, and what are your expectations for him?
He's continuing to improve, and that's what we asked of him. He's been great in the facility. His preparation, everything I've seen since I've got here has been like a true pro, and we just have to keep him coming. I mean, he's still getting comfortable in our system, and we're getting comfortable with him, but I like what I've seen so far.
Quarterbacks are naturally have to be leaders of their football team. You've talked a lot about how Kyler's a really quiet guy. How does he lead this football team?
He, in his own way. I mean, he communicates a lot more with those guys than he does with y'all, I can assure you. But that's who he is. I mean, he loves to be on that field. He loves his teammates. And part of leading right now as a young guy is proving yourself on the field and showing those guys you'll do anything to win the game. And I think our team understands that.
What's the intangible that Russell has that you want Kyler to develop?
Like I talked about, with the experience comes the ability to know when hey, this play is over, I'm throwing it away. I'm not taking a loss on this play. And he does a tremendous job of picking his moments when to make this spectacular play. But when you watch Russ, he continuously makes a routine play over and over and over, and it gives his team a chance to win. They're never off schedule. You know, it's never 3rd and 15, 3rd and 16. They're on schedule and makeable 3rd downs.
With the way Zane's been kicking, I'm sure the trust level behind him. Is that nice as a coach when you need 3 points to realize, hey, I can send that guy out there and not have to worry about if he can make it or not?
It is. He had a fantastic spring in camp, and that's what we've seen, and it's continued on into the season. So I'm happy for him. He works really hard. He's very diligent in his preparation, and it's definitely paid off for him.
Well, if you're running 14 more plays this year than last year, and third, 70, is that what you envision with this offense?
I didn't have a number. It was more whatever it takes to try and win the game, and that's still what it'll be. We're working at a faster clip probably than most teams, and I understand that, but a lot of different things come into the number of plays you get a game.
How worried are you in the sense that they're putting all this effort in, but they don't have the reward being a W in terms of their psyche?
I'm not. Lucky for me, I have some great veteran leaders that have really stepped up, and they understand we're all in this together, and coaches are right there with the players, and we all want to win. But the effort keeps showing up, and that's a positive, and now we have a lot to clean up, and it doesn't get any easier. They understand that, but I expect with all the young players we're playing that we're going to continue to get better, and those veteran guys know that.
What do you have to clean up?
Just the mental stuff. I think when you turn on that tape, once again, you see guys playing hard, but there's little plays here and there that we aren't good enough to overcome right now if we're not doing things right all the time. And our team understands that, and it's a growing process.
In what way specifically, what's the domino effect of not having Patrick and Robert right now? Not just for the cornerbacks, but how it affects how you cover tight ends. Can you kind of detail that?
I mean, anytime you're down your first and second corner before the season starts, that's going to be tough, and it gets you down to your third and fourth guy starting our corner and your fifth guy at the nickel, and so yeah, there's not as many bodies that you feel comfortable with covering guys as you'd like, and I think that's the biggest issue is then who can you put on the tight end and feel comfortable with him covering, and that's what we have to answer.
How about the domino effect with Crabtree no longer here? What's that mean for the offense?
Really, it's about getting those young guys more time. We feel like there's a lot of very talented young players in that receiving core, and we needed to see what they got and see how they developed as the season goes on.
The self-readiness, most of camp, has he caught up as far as being in shape and all that, and what do you see out of him just this last game?
It's a work in progress, and he understands that. Still learning our system. When you miss that much time, it's going to take some time to get caught up. But his athleticism shows up week in and week out, and he continues to work hard and improve each week.
You talk about the young wide receivers. Is it a lot of Keyshawn getting more reps, or is Andy get more time available because without Crabtree there?
We'll see where that goes with Andy. He's going to have to earn those reps, but he's definitely able. We've moved him around a bit inside, outside, and so that probably hasn't helped his development. But he's working hard at it, and I'd expect him to see more time, down the road.
Was the development of the young receivers that the only reason?
It was. Yeah, we felt like with that group we have and the young guys, we need to see what they can do.
What about Seattle's defense gives you problems for your offense?
Everything. I mean, you look at their front seven. I mean, those three linebackers and those guys that rush the passer are as good as anybody in football. There's a culture with that defense where they're tough, they're physical. Everybody knows where to go, how to do it. They don't yield an inch to you, and you can see that on tape. And for a young quarterback, that'll be a big challenge.
Because they go up against Russell every day in practice, might they have a better understanding of how to defend a guy like Kyler?
I would think so. I would think they'd understand when he does break contain or when he does step up. You got to plaster your receiver, and they get a healthy dose of that in practice.
Was the right tackle rotation in part conditioning factor, or maybe Jordan wasn't quite ready to play the full game?
It was a little both. We felt like Justin had played well enough to deserve some snaps, and plus Jordan's only been here a week, and wanted to make sure that he was healthy and in good condition.
The rest of the NFC West is 8-1 right now, so you guys haven't even faced any of them yet. What's it like just knowing that the division's so strong this year when you guys are still figuring out so much?
As a competitor, that's what you want. I mean, those guys are great teams that have had their franchise quarterbacks in place and have built around it and done a tremendous job, and that's what we're trying to do here.
You mentioned earlier, I think in training camp about Carson Palmer. I think you were at the Senior Bowl together. Maybe can you revisit that a minute? How intimidating that was, or was it intimidating?
Yeah, it was intimidating. I thought I was pretty good until I got there, and we started doing pat and go next to him, and I'm like, this is going to be a long week for me. He's just the prototypical, like if God made a quarterback, that's what he would look like, and how he'd throw and how he'd drop back. I mean, 6'5", and great feet and big time arm. He's just a phenomenal player and an even better person. Those of you that have had the good fortune to get to know him, he's humble. Loves his teammates, and you talk to Larry about him. He's one of Larry's favorite all times, and anybody else that you talked to about Carson Palmer.
If Winslow has to play, would he slot in as the holder too on field goals and kicks?
That would be the plan.
Is it good that he was here throughout the preseason to have that operation a little bit smooth?
I think there is a comfort level for everybody. Once again, we felt like he performed very well in the preseason on all levels, and if he has to step up, then we have a lot of confidence in him.
Can practice tomorrow or Friday?
At some point this week, that's the hope.